everyone, and welcome to well, it's not an unboxing because you've already seen me unbox it. I'll leave a link in the cards if you haven't, but this is me actually doing the art challenge for the Artsnacks March box. I'm a little behind, I know, because I've been a busy girl. I've been doing lots of things, but I've got a week now where I can do these things, so let's just go over the items. We had the watercolor pad, which is 7 by 10 inches, and yeah, I'll do them in the zip bags that I love. We then had the Rembrandt watercolor paint in orange. Then we had 2 paintbrushes, one that's like this filbert, magenta by Royal in Langnickel, and the Princeton Velvet Touch long round tip. It's alright, I'm trying a new setup, filming setup today as well, so hopefully it's going to pay off. If not, you're just going to get a very strange video at the end of it. Then we also had this Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle watercolor pencil, which is in ice blue. Then we had the Graphic brush liner brush liner, which is pigment ink, but we didn't find that it was very waterproof. And then we had this set of Brunzil Talons, just normal coloured pencil that smelled so good. They still smell so good, and it's because they're cedar wood, made from cedar wood. But these are, I believe, wax cord, so they're not oil, so they're not as blendable as some of the more expensive pencil crayons, but they're in like autumn shades, like browns, reds and greens. And then of course we have our Artsnacks sticker, which was the background for the bonus box of Tombos. I'm not going to use the I did receive the bonus box of Tombos, but I'm not going to use them in this video. Might do a separate video with them, I'm not sure yet, because I want to keep away from markers, because I'm just sick of using markers. 6 years of architecture school will do that to you. So yeah, these are the samples that I did in the unboxing video, and as you can see, the pencil crayons are not waterproof, not water soluble. They're just normal wax crayons, but we've got these nice colors. The graphic ink soaks up the water and is not very good. It says it's water-based pigment ink. It does say it's light, fast and waterproof, but not on this paper. Perhaps on something else, but not on this paper. This is the Rembrandt orange, and then this is the Museum Aquarelle Caran d'Ache waterproof paper. So let's move that out of the, well, no, let's just keep that to the side for reference. Let's flip this over and start working on a piece with these things. Now, one thing that I did think about doing is I have been investigating a particular style of architecture for my bullet journals, and I came across a very famous building, when I can find it again, which is Mies van der Rohe's Farnworth House. I don't know if it's showing on the side camera okay, but on the top camera it is. And it's a very simple building, although it did give the client and both the architect a very big headache when they were building it, which is famous. But I really like this particular scene, so I'm going to use this as a reference photo to create something with just these items. And I'm going to make it like an autumn scene, because I've seen a photograph of when it's in autumn and I can just about remember what it looks like, but I've tried having a look on the internet and I can't quite find it. So I'm just going to use this as reference and then hopefully guess the colours. with this palette. So yeah, let's go ahead and start doing it. So we put that there for now. Put it, no, that side. Bear with me while I just sort myself out. So we're using that as a reference. And then that way up. And I like to have my stuff at this side. So the only thing that I'll be adding to this box will be some water. A clean water and a not so clean water because I've just used it for something. So, and some mixing palettes and some washi tape. They're the only three things that I'm adding, which I think can be understandable, especially the water. So I'll just leave them to the side. Seeing as we're going for an autumn theme, let's use this beautiful washi tape. Oh, this is going to be very annoying. So I'll just take it out there for now. Anybody else have this problem with their washi tapes where it just doesn't come out as a clear-cut thing? Whether it's the manufacturing of the materials or if it's that little cutting machine I had there. I don't know. Or maybe you're supposed to just go slow or you're supposed to go fast when you unroll it. I don't know. I'm going to keep this video as sort of real-time painting as opposed to time-lapse. It doesn't want to work. It doesn't want to work. What I'm trying to achieve is I want like a, just because it's such a long house, I want it to be composite. I want the composite to be like a wide shot, like in a movie scene. So that's what I'm trying to achieve with the washi tape, but the washi tape does not want to play ball. It seemed to be just those first few layers of washi tape that were just tearing at the edges, so you weren't getting a nice crisp edge. I'm hoping it's not going to bleed, otherwise I'm going to, although it might be quite nice if it does bleed underneath. It might be a nice little effect rather than a sharp line, but I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Just rips off at the last second. Wonderful. I'm going to put a bit over this out because I really want these to stay crisp and white. This is a problem when you've got an idea in your head, you're like determined to make it happen. Hopefully. Just in case you're wondering, this washi tape is one of Ira Vive's, or Alvive's. Either way, I'll put the name up on screen. She's one of my favorite illustrators. She uses a bunch of watercolors in gouache, and she gets these wonderful little designs. Does it show? Yes, it does. These fantastic watercolor designs. The washi tape was from a Paper Gang box, but I think it's still available in their store. So I'll sort of leave the description on screen or down below. I'm just gonna, don't want to tape it to the desk because sometimes I like to move. Yeah, let's have it free flowing because I do like to sort of be able to change the paper angle as opposed to my hand angle, which is probably the wrong way about going about it, but oh well. So, how am I going to do this? Because the house is white. And I've got nothing to draw with. What can I draw with? Okay. So, is this the brown one? Yes, it's the brown one. The other thing I'm going to use is a sharpener. And it is a Faber-Castell sharpener. And it is, so far, the only Faber-Castell product I've found that I actually like. So, finally, one. So, let's draw this tree first. Because we know that's not going to be white. It's quite a straight tree. So the times when I am not talking, I will put, hopefully editing me will put some music on. I'll try and put some sort of nice chilled out music. Because obviously I could ramble to you, but I don't think a lot of people's going to like me rambling. So as the trunk continue up, yeah. Because I think they chopped the tree quite sort of dramatically in the middle, for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. But I sort of, when they do take architectural photos, I do like it when they do have like people or trees or, you know, just something to give a sense of scale and even depth to the architectural works. So I think that's why I'm actually quite drawn to this image, is because it's part of the building's blocked by the tree. Because to me that's more realistic, because in real life you don't just stand in front of a building and see it. I mean, the texture of this paper is perfect for tree sort of textures, which is quite nice. I mean, I don't want to go too photorealistic with this thing because I can't paint nor draw photorealistically unless I'm using a 3D rendering program, which is what I'm trying to avoid at the moment. Just want to get basic shapes on this thing first. Why did I draw it going like that? Oh, it's that branch there. Just it looks very strange, but it actually does trail off to some branches, so I'll let it have it. I think that's about as much as I want to go with the tree for now. There is another tree here, but let's try and draw the house. I'm going to do the bottom half in green first because I don't have a pencil, in hope, like, I mean, okay. The steps sort of go in. Just had a bit of depth on there. Then it goes straight for a little while. Then we have a little bit of perspective. Then it goes straight again with the green. Let's sharpen it. This is the problem with coloured pencils. I always like to have a point, so I do go through coloured pencils quite a lot, but I'm not very sort of experienced or anything with coloured pencils. I always think my work looks like a child's drawing by the time I've played with them, but the amount of YouTube videos I've seen where they make them so realistic and blend them and do all sorts of cool and crazy things with them makes me like go, I've been using pencil crayons wrong my entire life. So we're learning. Is that going off the edge? No, it's not. I should be doing that in green. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Alright, just do the underbelly of the house. The underbelly. Right, so do we have a yellow? This apparently is a yellowish. Just a slight bit of yellow there and along there. That shouldn't be so tall. Got a funny feeling I'm gonna have to mask off the house. I don't know. Let's see how we go. Because maybe if while I'm going around with the coloured pencil, it actually creates a barrier, so maybe the water won't go that far when I colour it in, but maybe. Let's see. Another one there. I'm just imagining this bit now because the photo actually cuts off there, so I'm making this bit up as I go, but I know it's just basically a plain platform. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to set my timer to let me know that 20 minutes have passed, because my camera cuts off after 20 minutes, which is very annoying indeed. So I'm not sure where we were at, but editing me should hopefully be able to block something together. Is this the white one or the yellow one? The yellow one. I'm just going to put ever such a soft thing under here, because this is where the light touches the background, but I don't want it to be white, otherwise it's going to offset against the house. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think I just want to paint the sky in and get the base layer in. I want a nice rich blue sky, so I think I'm just going to go over everything. Let's see how we get with that. I'm going to go in with a Princeton brush and watch this stuff melt. Look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Right up to the line. Now let's try and blend it out. Make sure there's no pencil marks on anything. One thing I'm gonna just use is a bit of kitchen paper. I don't know why, but I always like doing this for the skies. So I don't like it when it's a full flat thing. Just adds a little bit more texture. Look at that pigment that comes off, isn't these Caran d'Ache pencils are wonderful. I think I want to add, I want to see what this looks like when I add a little bit of color. Sorry about all that noise. That was my printer switching on. A little bit of this Rembrandt goes a long way. It's a really bold, goldish orange, if there's such a color. More of that paint in there. Trying to push all that paint around because it sort of sits on top of the green. So push it around. I hope it looks better than what it does. Not any bold shapes. That's the thing here with me. I suppose that's the beauty of watercolor. Yes, it's a nightmare to control, but you can also fix a lot of your mistakes. Shouldn't really be a solid. I'll just go up and around like that. Make sure all the white bits are covered in the grass. Just bringing some of the grass up. No, it's not going to do it while the watercolor is wet. That's fine. That's just a pad of paper falling on the floor. want to do about these bushes at the back. Now, I wonder, now this is where I mess up the drawing completely, the painting, sorry. If I put some of this blue when I say some, I mean a lot, on these bushes. Bear with me. We're not having blue bushes. Where's the Rembrandt stone? There. Add some more. Is there too much colour on my brush? Yep. Just need a little bit. So I'm hoping, and I'm right, that we can get a green. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm getting a very teal green at the moment. Probably shouldn't really mix the colours while you're using them, but hey ho. I should have probably done this in the palette, but how do you put the thing in the palette? And I've just messed my clean water. I'm an idiot, but oh well. Let's lift some of this off before it gets onto the beautiful white house. But the Caran d'Ache pencils are just so pigmented, which is good. Means it's a quality pen. Right, okay. Let's get this a little bit wet. Just a little. I do like with this Princeton, you can get tiny fine details with the end of the tip, but then go in with such heavy washes as well. Yeah, so note self in future, mix the colours in the palette, not on the paper. Because you underestimated how how pigmented this Caran d'Ache is. Oh well, lesson learned. Lesson learned. Right, so if I draw this on that, oh, why didn't I try this before? Okay, Houston, we have solved a problem. Oh, we're picking this up on the camera. So look how easy it just scribbles on there. Yeah, so stupid. What kind of green is that giving me? That's giving me a nice deep ovary green. Let's try and muddy this out. Wow. Printer scared the bejesus out of me. just go under here and not make it so white with this like olive green that I've managed to create. Under there. That would actually be more of the blue under that side, but I'll just get to that in a second, hopefully. Don't want that to be too much of a definition thing between the lines. The other thing I'm going to do is just go over this tree to get rid of the white dots. And then, because like I say, the only white I want is actually on the building. Alright, back again. I'll just have to take a little bit of a break to change the batteries and the memory cards because they're filling up. Okay, so let's re-wet. Should have really changed my water, but hey ho, let's carry on. So quite shocking how well the pencil works in the palette. A little bit of the membrane. A lot of water. Just getting the palette so it's really watery. I'm just gonna go over the grass and get a little bit more green as opposed to the orange. Give it a bit more definition on hips. Some of this heavy line work. It's not line work, it's just how the paint has piled up in those particular areas. That's it. think I am definitely going to have to go over building with a white paint or ink. Probably paint because it's more opaque. I want to add more detail. Right, so now we've got very bluey, orangey trees. It looks nothing like a tree, it just looks like a blob. So, how are we going to do this? I know what I was doing before I got distracted. Was going over the tree just to get rid of any of the white bits / blue bits. Also making it, these trees aren't always brown. They've got moss and other vegetation growing on them. So it fills in, that makes it a bit darker. There's probably a lot of professional artists that are like, no, don't do that. So if you're a professional artist, don't watch my videos. I'm an architect that wears many hats and just dabbles in a lot of things. That's the best way I sort of describe myself. I've just realised I've not used the other brush. I think I might use the other brush to put some leaves on these trees and some texture. I'm fairly happy with that. Okay, so how do I want to play this? I think let's put a bit more point. Just want to add some texture to these back bushes because they look a little bit sort of like blobs. Just need to thicken this up a little bit as well because it's a bit of a definite sort of difference. I'm not worried too much about the orange bush because I'm hoping what I do next is really going to sort of make that pop. And same with this tree. I'm not too worried about it just yet. I just want to put the base layer down for it to dry. I just had a slight panic attack there thinking, did I press record on the other camera? Yes, I did. huge fan of doing it like that, so that's all right. I think that is about as much texture I want to put on the background for now. Which way do I want to go with this? tiniest bit of colour to these blinds. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a Posca pen. Yeah, I'm going to use a Posca pen just to define the edges of the building a bit more. Probably better with that one. I'm just going to use a test page to get it working because I've not used these for so long. That seems to be it. So. cleaning up the lines just a little. I think I want to sort out this blob over here. I'm going to use the Filbert brush, and I'm going to use Rembrandt and hopefully create some textures. Do I want to reinforce that tree? Yeah. Let's just make that tree a little bit darker before I go crazy. Is the brand? Is this the brand? Is this the brand? Let's just reinforce this tree as well.
never in my life used a filbert brush, so hopefully this is going to go how I think it's going to go. Cheers. this is why you should tape down your painting, because it just moves. You need a bit more thicker paint. I think that's all I want to do for the texture. Now, the tools that I've not really used yet, I've used all 4 of those. I don't want to go any more in with a pencil frame because I think I'll go slow crazy if I do. So I'll put them that way up. As you can tell, with the length of these, pushing them all the way down. I've not really used that one as much, but I've used the other 2. 3, sorry. So I think I'm done with those. That I've not used yet. I just realised it's got like a double. Anyway, Caran d'Ache I've used, Princeton I've used, Philip I've used. So it's just this I've not used. So I don't want to put any big, thick, heavy black lines because, or do we? Think I'm going to use it in paint palette and hope for the best. Right, yeah, pick a big bit of that. Right, I'm going to try and attempt to create some shadow and depth with this. Too much of the paper now. Under here we're going to have quite a bit of shadow because that's where the building is sat. Just go with the page with it.
Now, how about drum? An instrument everybody loves.
It's getting super, super, super fine tip and do what I'm about to do. fact, I'm gonna risk it. I'm scared. Too thick now. It's alright. One of the things I do want to do is just add a leg, but it's in the shadow, so you don't really see it. It's fun. I want to get it really light grey. Really. Just go over. Okay, there's a huge part of me that wants to just go over again with the white because it is annoying me. Oh yeah, that's much better. Make sure I keep working the pen off. What problem is there? Now I have realized one error. That is, we should be able to see a little bit of the ceiling because it's not an elevation, it's supposed to be some sort of perspective. So I'm just adding a little bit of the ceiling there in hopes that with the colour underneath it, it'll give it a bit of shadow so you can see that it is actually supposed to be there. Yeah, that's making it, yeah, that is making it look more like a building than just lines in a forest. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to leave it there. I mean, I could work on it a hell of a lot more, but this video is already going to be so long. So I want to give it a quick blow, get rid of any pencil marks. My artsnacks sticker has gone everywhere. Sod it, let's peel it off. I want to see the white because to me it looks very fussy at the moment, so let's give it a good peel. Let's just put in the top corner. I mean, it's not completely dry, so, but I'm just letting it move around because maybe it'll help with, I don't know what, but yeah, here comes the hopefully crisp line. Oh yeah, can you see that on the side camera? Look at that. Oh yeah. It's a nice crisp bottom. But never thought I'd hear anybody say that, but here we go. This is just to make sure I didn't get any in between. Let's do the bottom one first. There we go again. Hopefully another crisp cream line. Ah! Is that the tape that moved? Yep, that was the tape, not me. The paint, sorry. There's a little bit along here somewhere. There it is. I just managed to skip. And voila! It is completion. Ish. I mean, I could work on it a lot more, but I think it gets to a point where it becomes muddy. So I think I passed that point, but never mind. But yeah, I used all of the artsnacks supplies, which were Princeton, the Caran d'Ache, the Björn the Royal Langnickel, and the Rembrandt paint, and the graphic brush marker, all in the March artsnacks box. So zoom back out a little. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. You're probably screaming at me at all the different art techniques that I didn't use or that I did use and completely ruined. That's annoying me, that blob there. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful, or just a quick chill sort of giggle. And yeah, hope I see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy architecting.